We're in Mont-Sainte-Anne for the last World Cup round of 2025. So we just had Lake Placid last weekend, and yeah, I've been here a few times. Probably just a standard setup that I've been running. I'll see how the bike feels and everything, but just got a coil on the back of the downhill bike, and hopefully not have to change too many things, a few adjustments here and there, just so things are feeling good and I'm comfortable. But otherwise, I'll just try my best this weekend. It'll be cool to maybe get a final because I haven't made one this year, so that'd be cool to finish off. And yeah, just have fun out there and see how we go.
How cool was it seeing your brother win his first World Cup last week?
Yeah, it was a pretty awesome moment. It was super exciting for me and for Luke. Like, just a lot of years of hard work kind of had all come together on that day. So yeah, it was really awesome, and especially for Luke, yeah, getting that win was amazing. So it was cool to be there and share that moment with him for sure.
I was feeling good all week and sort of found a couple little lines on race day, changed one or two things, and I don't know, just found that little extra bit that gave me those, a few seconds, and it was enough. So yeah, couldn't be happier.
And how was it having Remy in there celebrating with you?
Yeah, it was amazing. Super special moment between the both of us, and yeah, for everyone who supports me, my whole family, everything I've been through and worked so hard for, so it makes it all worth it.
So Brad, what have we got here?
This is Luke Meier-Smith's winning bike from last weekend at Lake Placid. It was kind of a typical week for us. Obviously we knew that the conditions were going to favor him. It's what he's used to back home. We didn't really deviate too much from our normal plan. I'd say the second half of the year, we've really tried to start the first practice day with kind of a really firm setup, because we know, by the time Q1 rolls around that's going to be close to what he needs as far as support. And then for his quality and race runs, I just tell him to trust himself and not to get my bike dirty.
Are you surprised that he took the win, or was it just a matter of time for you?
Not at all. More of a, just a matter of time for me. I know how hard he works. We see it every day, and I just try to match him with my work ethic, and when the toolbox is open, I'm all in.
So yeah, this is a production front end, same as what the team's been racing the past 3-4 years. Over that time we've used different back ends on it and everything, and I'm just building this up now so we can do some post-race testing. The main difference being that the main pivot is a different location compared to the proto that we're racing now. We're just going to see for the next proto where we want to take that pivot height, if there's like a certain height that we're missing, or if it's an option that riders would really want to use. So yeah, I'm going to hang out here. No better place to do it on an actual racetrack. So back-to-back runs with what they're racing on now versus a production bike. Just for comparison, really, as I say, for that pivot height, that's the main difference between the two.
We just got to Mont-Sainte-Anne. We just did a little cruise around to get the legs kind of working a little bit. It was nice. The weather's insane here, so I'm stoked for track walk tomorrow and see how it's looking. I've never ridden here. Last year I had a broken back, so this will be my first time riding in Mont-Sainte-Anne. So a new track. I'm stoked for it. New track for me.
How has your season been going this year?
Pretty good. Not as good as I'd want it to be. I've been on the podium a lot, but just got one first place this year in juniors, so hopefully we can finish it out good and see what happens.
I'm Jules Leroux, I'm French, and I'm the mechanics of bodies. So we mount the pit this morning, and this afternoon we are doing the bike and tomorrow trial course.
So a bit of a clean-up from last weekend in Lake Placid.
Yeah, clean up everything, check the suspension, the setting for the first practice, the tires also, and everything like that. Yeah, for sure, because Mont-Sainte-Anne is a really rocky track, so suspension for sure is gonna change, because last week it was a flat track on the end, like a big motorway, so here it's gonna be really different.
I'm Samuel Sminden, and I'm working on Camille Balanche's bike. For her, obviously, it was a completely new bike, so we had to put in a lot of work during the winter to make her feel comfortable on it. It was quite interesting because first she was really comfortable on the bike pretty quickly. But then once we went to a bit rougher tracks, we still found we need to adjust some things to make her feel at least as good as on the Commencal. Yeah, so it was kind of a bit the process through the full season where we tried out a couple things. And compared to Richie's bike, Richie has it in a much longer setup or longer setting. Frame is the same, but parts and setup is quite different.
How's the head after your crash last week?
Yeah, I had a bit of a slam last practice run in Lake Placid, which was pretty unfortunate. Yeah, just tried one of the gaps up top, and in hindsight, and I probably shouldn't have. Just should have stuck to my outside line, and maybe I could have had a result in Lake Placid. But yeah, doing all right. I mean, it's a couple days post and feeling a bit better, so just trying to kind of see how things go for MSA, and I don't know. Obviously, want to be safe and not push things, but yeah, at the same time, like want to try and race if I can. But yeah.
So at the moment, what's the plan?
Let's take the weekend take the week slowly, and I guess see how things progress and make a smart choice.
So Mark Morrison, we're here in Mont-Sainte-Anne, a completely different track than Lake Placid, right?
That's a bit different, yeah. It's a different beast, and it sounds like it's going to rain overnight too, so we're not sure how much that's going to affect training, but yeah, we'll see. We know what Lake Placid's like, we know kind of what this is going to be like, but we're still going to do track walk first before we decide which direction we're going to go and set up. Then we sit down together and make a decision.
So big cleanup after Lake Placid, or not so much?
No, sometimes I wonder what's worse, dust or mud. So yeah, there's definitely some dust everywhere. But yeah, we'll clean it up, make it nice again. Yeah, Ryan's been going good this season. He had definitely some offs as well, some bad luck if you ask me. But his speed was there every time, and he's proven it so many times. Last week was real good. He got 8th, and he made it through the start gate, so I'm pretty proud of that. Yeah, on to the next one.
So this is a new bedding machine. We got from TRP in collaboration with Sinter. We've been using it a lot actually. Anytime you change pads, you put new discs, you can bed in the couple, like the pads with the disc. So there's the front, and then very important, first turn the bike around and then switch from front to rear wheel. We can get them bed in, but because the alternation between rest and braking on the machine is so much closer than us pedaling up, bump down the hill, the temperature of the pad gets so good, like in an ideal spot where the bedding just happened way better, they're sharp. Of course, sometimes maybe like the first 100 meters on the track, they're still not quite dialed 100%, but at 99.9%. So within 100 meters, the guys can just rip and feel the bite safe and solid. Oh yeah, we love it. Big fan for sure.
What's been going on in our pits? Yes. I mean, we had a lot of things to figure out to begin with. Not necessarily problems, just there was a lot of learning going on. Obviously, it's a lot of different product for myself and the riders this year, going to the belt drive, the gearbox, different suspension, the Dorado fork. So yeah, there was a lot of kind of just getting used to things to begin with, just learning new processes, everyone working together. But we're getting there now. It feels like a well-bonded team now. Reece, we've gone through a lot of different suspension stuff. We've been lucky to have the Manitou guys in our pits at some of the races. So yeah, just honestly just playing with like what feels nice to ride at home. We thought we had it like really dialed, and then you come to these races and the tracks have surprised us this year just how fast they've been. So just almost going stiffer in pressure, but just keeping a bit of comfort in the bike.
And tell me what Reece is testing there currently.
That was an idea that he's had for a while, and he's kind of the Wednesday before I think we flew on the Friday, and on the Wednesday he decided he was going to try and actually get something that he could test that theory of basically having something to clamp between his knees like a motocross bike. If a motocross bike, the chassis starts moving around, then he just wants something that he can feel with his knees, other than just the seat hitting the side of your leg. Something that you can actually squeeze and try and control the bike in certain situations when it tries to move on him. Just another point of contact, really. But it's not an ideal place at the moment, and it is a very rough idea. But you're not going to spend a lot of money just trying to see if the concept works. So we've confirmed that now.
And it works. Does he like
it?
it?
He likes it. He likes it a lot.
So Lyle, tell us what's happening with the overall between Jackson and Loic.
Yeah, it's it's by no means over, which is sick for everyone, maybe apart from those two. It's definitely going to be stressful, but it's definitely one of the more exciting series we've had in a little while. But yeah, basically if Loic finishes third or higher, there's nothing, well obviously if he wins, but like yeah, if he finishes third, there's nothing Jackson can do to rob it from him. But then equally, say if by some miracle Loic doesn't qualify, Jackson's still got to have a top 10, so it just kind of shows you how tight and how the spread of the points lie. So I think in some ways it kind of maybe takes the pressure almost off both of them, but definitely off Jackson, because he's just got to go out there and race his race. Like he can't go out and calculate points and have a safe run. Like he's basically got to go for the race win, which is when I think he's kind of most comfortable really.
So Vali, how are things with you?
Pretty good. A bit tired from last week, but we arrived here in Quebec and super excited for this new track.
Yeah, you wrapped up the overall last week.
Exactly. Yeah, it was a good surprise. Like I didn't knew anything about the points, and for me my main goal was just to finally win again a World Cup, and that was the cherry on top. Was pretty insane.
So yeah, a little bit of pressure off coming into Mont-Sainte-Anne. You can just ride this track and not worry about the overall anymore.
That's for sure true, but I always feel like I perform a bit better when there is something to chase or when I have to do something. So I will see. I mean, I've been in the same position 2 years ago where I already wrapped it up and I could still deliver a good race run, and last year I got third and was already a bit tired, so we'll see how this week goes, but for sure I want to chase some World Cup wins now.
So I guess a lot of people are wondering what team you're going to be riding for next year. Do you have any hints?
Wow, there's so many possibilities out there.
That's all you're saying?
That's all I'm saying.
Thank you.